get the higher percentage of the profit, and you can increase your monthly salary as well. So here your individual goal was to maximize your wealth, and organizational goal is to maximize the sale. So we have linked both of the goals with each other. Now you are selling more, your goal has been met as a wealth, and organization have sold the units. So the organization goal is also linked with you. This is what we call the management by objectives. So in interfunctional orientation, we try to link departmental goals, business level goal with the overall organizational goal, right? So we need to focus all these three key areas in order to achieve long-term profit focus. We are looking for sustainable competitive advantage. It is only possible if we simultaneously looking for all these three key areas. Good? Any questions? Anyone? All right. Let's go. So yes, we start from the production orientation and we reach to a stage for societal orientation. In the production orientation, what happens basically, we try to achieve economies of scale. That's mean the more you produce, the less will be the unit cost, right? The more units you produce, the less will be the unit cost. For example, if you have to produce just one pizza, you have to buy cheese, you have to buy different vegetables, you have to buy cheese, and you have to buy the dough and different sauces. You might have to spend 50 pounds just to prepare one pizza. It might cost you 50 pounds. But if I ask you to prepare 10 pizzas, you have to purchase in bulk now. So your per unit cost will be reduced because you have already purchased in bulk and nothing is going to waste. So this is the concept of production concept. The more you produce, the less will be the unit cost and you can get the profit. Right? Second one, the product orientation. Here you focus more on the product, not the production. The marketers think we need to produce only the numbers of products which are appropriate, but we have to offer the quality to the customers. So our products can be reliable and valid. So customers can use our products for a long period of time, and we have to offer them quality rather than the quantity. So here we do focus on the product rather than the production. In sales orientation, what marketers try to do actually, they try to manufacture their product and apply selling techniques to convince customers that our product is best for you. You need our products. Selling techniques could be the promotional techniques. They might offer you free products. For example, buy one, get one free, right? 10% discount on the second purchase, 50% discount on your third purchase. All these different type of sales techniques links to the sales orientation. What they want to do, they want to convince you that you need our product. They try to apply different techniques to sell their products to the customers. These are the sales orientation. Market orientation, as I've explained earlier, in market, what is the difference between marketing and simple sale? Here we try to identify and understand customer needs before we offer them the products. We try to identify what they want actually, what they need at the current context, and what are they demanding. Before we serve these needs, before we serve these wants, and before we can meet these demands, we have to ask the customer directly. So if the customer themselves are telling us something, then of course they're going to buy it in the near future, right? Now the final one is the societal orientation. Now business are vigilantly looking to the current and immediate society they are operating in. So they wanted to make sure while we are operating different functions of our business, it's our job to take care of our immediate society, that we are not harming them in any aspects. So this consideration also consider your environment, right? Your current society, the culture you are operating in. You have to respect the moral values of your society, and you have to respect the environmental laws, rules and regulations that we are working under the laws to offer the best possible solutions to the customers. It's not possible that we are serving the customer needs, on the other hand, we are impacting and harming the society. So you need to take care of the immediate society in order to position yourself better into the customer market. Because you are claiming yourself that we are the long-term oriented organization and we are looking for the long-term relationships. If you take care of society, then it might possible the customer you are getting it have the long-term relationship within the business. Right? So that's the functional map that what marketers do. We have three types of competencies. First we call them the core competencies, technical and the behavioral competencies. Let's start with the behavioral. In the behavioral competencies, the marketers try to use influencing competency. For example, they try to influence customers. They try to target your subconscious mind by running different advertisements. So your subconscious mind can drive your conscious mind to make a certain purchase. Right? A lot of advertisement you show on your social media platform. Next time you use maybe the different social media, immediately the same products will come and appear, and you're likely to see it again and again on the different platforms. This is what they use the AI to create to influence you. Second thing, collaborative. They use collaborative behaviors with the other businesses relevant into the same industry. They also try to create collaborative relationships with the customers in order to operate within the industry. And the third one is the responsibility. They are responsible for the products, that the products they are producing are appropriate and are quality oriented, they are not harmful for the customers, or they're also responsible for the immediate society they're operating in, and is also responsible for the environment. A lot of businesses today, they try to link themselves with the environment-friendly businesses. They try to more emphasize on the recycling of the products rather than doing the producing the more waste. Lean management techniques are very common among businesses. They are working on lean management so they can reduce their waste and they can produce maximum from their materials. Then financially literate. They wanted to be competent as a financial literate so you can better management of their financial liquidities, ins and outs, taxes, whatever the taxes they have to pay to the governments, all these financial information they wanted to be competent as well. Then inspiring, they wanted to inspire customer from the, because the customer is using certain brand, they wanted themselves attached to certain brands of you've been using, so they wanted to inspire you. They are putting certain celebrities into the advertisements so you can feel a sense of attachment with them that they are using the same brand that I'm using. So this is how they try to inspire the customer with their particular brands. Then of course the innovative, they have to innovate themselves. There was an interview been going on, I think, with the Steve Jobs, and he asked, like for example, do you ask customers before you innovate your product? He said, we never ask customers because customers do not know what they want actually. They might not even think about what they want in the new upcoming form. It's our job to tell customers, this is your need now. This is what you want. For example, now the iPhone 15 just been launched, right? And they have to produce billions of products of iPhone 15. It might possible they have already started the manufacturing of the iPhone 16 because they have to meet the billions of products a yearly basis. So it might possible the innovation that are you receiving now has been started already 3 years ago, right? So all the big multinational brands, what they do actually, they try to emphasize their innovation towards the customers. And the innovation has also a little bit changed. Previously we defined innovation, any new thing you generate into the product were called as an innovation, but now the innovation would be called innovation only if the customer will accept it. Otherwise, we cannot say it's an innovation because it hasn't helped us to make profits out of our products. We cannot say that's an innovation, right? Then the entrepreneurial thing is, for example, you need to offer new products along with the entrepreneurial thinking. That means you need to define your way of business. Let's say a lot of businesses moving themselves from traditional business to online one. They do offer some delivery services. They do offer different models to run their business. They are offering some packaging. For example, if you buy one product, you can get the other one. They also try to link different way methods. For example, Uber
like Deliveroo, different delivery apps, all are the entrepreneurial startups, right? But I think the UK does need some transportational entrepreneurial startups to get rid of the problem. So entrepreneurial business idea basically based on something problematic, the common society problems, they try to solve them by introducing an idea for further which they can link with the profit. So the difference between a common and entrepreneurial business idea is the entrepreneurial ideas are mostly based on the common problem of the society, and then they link, provide a solution to that problem and link this solution to the profits, and they generate more and more profits. For example, your problem is to travel, right? And there was the taxi drivers who doesn't know who their customers are, so they create Uber, so you connect, both of you connected with using the same platform. Now the problem of the taxi driver of getting more consumers has been solved, and your problem of transportation has been solved as well. This is what we can make in entrepreneurial business idea. So they need to offer entrepreneurial solutions within the markets. Then commercially aware. How commercially are you aware with the current trends within the market? Not just the locally, but also the global trends. But you can say the markets are the global markets now, and we have to compete with the local competition and also with the global competition, because the customers now can order things all over the world while sitting in one location. That's why we need to keep aware ourselves with the local context and also with the international context. Then be creative. Always try to create something new, to offer new things to customers, because it's a human nature. They get bored of using the same things. So if you can observe some products, the way they've been pointed out 20 years ago, now they have been changed themselves. So many things, logo, design, everything has been changing. They try to offer new and new things. So we do need a little bit creativity within the products and services to address the changing. Yes.
And where is
Politics, yeah. Politics basically is the element of your external environment. If you look to the external environments elements, we have pastel elements: political, economical, technical, social, and legal. These are elements discussed when we discuss about our external environment, which is not in our control. All the external elements within the are not normally in the organizational control. Any element that you can control or you can influence will be considered as your internal market element. Anything you cannot control or you cannot influence will be considered as your external market elements, and a lot of changes that are happening into external market are uncertain and unannounced. We are not ready for them because we have no information that what's going to happen or not influence. You can predict to a little extent, but you cannot fully control all the things in the external market. You have to adapt yourself with the changing nature of the external market if you wanted to sustain along. For example, Kodak. I'm not sure if you've been heard about this camera company, Kodak, that used to offer film cameras, right? At that time, all the camera industry, they're going to digital cameras, but they stick with their traditional film camera. Ultimately, they was the top leaders, and they went down. Nokia took a wrong decision to go with the Microsoft, because the customers who are demanding more user-friendly software with the cell phones, they do not need computer with their cell phone. They don't need it. They have a separate purpose. So they lose the market share. So all the elements in the external market you need to be aware of. You have to adapt yourself with the external markets in order to sustain for a long period of time. For example, in COVID, if you still think I'm going to run my business physically within the COVID, you might lose the market share. You have to adapt yourself and become online to sell your products to the customers. So then you have the technical competencies, for example, risk and reputation management, your brand management capabilities, your integrated markets, commons, for example, integrated markets where you have integratedly linked all the departments to work on the same objective. You have to comply with the finance, you have to comply with the HR. Let's say if you launch a new brand, of course you need the finance, you have to take the consultation from financial department that what we have offer a new brand. We wanted to run a new market campaign, what do we have in our hand? How many people we need to run this new campaign? It's an integration of within the business. Digital integration, we have to comply with the digital technology as all of the, not all of, like many businesses being linked with the digital technology today. Product management, we have to manage our product. The product management starts the day you offer the raw material from the product until the day you deliver. And even after your delivery, you have to offer after sales services to your customers. So if they have any complaint, you have to take their complaint, and might you have to take return order from the customers. So all these different steps are part of your product management. So it doesn't just mean you have to sell the product. You have to take that care of your product until unless you offer the raw material for the product, and even after maybe several years after you sell. Depends how much warranty or how much warranty you offer to your customers. Then customer experience and partnership marketing, you have to take feedback from your customers. You want, in order to improve your products, you have to put them into the relationship marketing so they can build strong ties and relationship with a particular brand. For example, certain brands, they offer you loyalty cards. So if you are a regular customer, you will get certain discounts. For example, Costco, they will give you a membership cards. So in order to, access to their groceries. These kind of certain elements, they try to connect with you with a certain brand, so you will become a loyal customers and give them maximum profit while certain purchases. So all these elements together, they try to build your core competencies. Core competency is something which we use them to create competitive advantage within the market. All of you might have one core competency, let's say. Some of you might be very good in communication skills. Some of you might be very good in thinking creatively, right? Some of you might be a good team player, right? Some of you might be a very disciplined. So every single thing is your core competencies. Based on this core competency, you try to compete with others. Similarly, brands, they try to use all these elements to develop one or two core competencies. You cannot be expert in every single aspect, right? For example, Coke, they might be competent of producing good taste. Pepsi might be good at marketing, let's say, right? So similarly, different brands have different core competencies. Samsung, they offer good display, let's say. Apple is offering you secure Macintosh, which is not being copied by others. So they try to develop their core competencies using all these elements so they can compete with the other competitors and gain maximum profit out of it. Any question from this map? Anyone? No. Okay, let's go through the elements of marketing mix. And I think you have to use one of the aspect of your assessment is also cover these elements. So 7 P's in your marketing mix elements. The one is the product, price. Product is something you discuss about only the product, what kind of features that we need to offer within the product, what are the pros and cons of using this product, to what extent our product is long lasting, when we have to offer the returns, when we have to offer the after sale or pre-sale services. All these elements you will cover into the product design, even the product design, the labeling of the product, all these different features will be covered under the product of marketing mix. The price, which type of pricing strategy you are going to use to enter into the market. You have two options of using pricing strategy. Whenever the new product came into the market, they have two options. One is, we call them penetration pricing. Penetration pricing you use for your products only when the competition is high and you cannot beat the competition. So what you do, so you have to offer your product at the lowest cost so you can enter into the market. You can actually penetrate into the market. This is what we call the penetration pricing. Because the competition is already very intensive, we cannot beat the big giants. But what we can do, we can offer the product at the cheapest cost so the customers can attract to our product on the basis of prices. We call them penetration pricing. Second one is skimming pricing. When you think the product is very unique, which is not available easily to the customers, so you can charge whatever you want at the start. You think you are on the monopoly, you can charge them the maximum price to gain the maximum profit in the early phase of launch. This is what we call them the skimming pricing, right? So what type of pricing strategy you wanna use? That's the second element of marketing mix. Third is place. Where are you going to launch your product?